Hey folks, so a couple of quick thoughts here about research questions and thesis statements. Remember that a thesis statement needs to be a debatable point. That means reasonable people could disagree with what you're saying. So the best way to check that, the easy way to check that, is to say the opposite, and if that makes sense, if a reasonable person could think that, then you're on the right track. And with a research question, it should be open-ended. Don't have yes or no questions, because once you've answered the question, you're done. And if you answer the question in your introduction, you're done. So it should be, what are the advantages of, or this is a new idea that's coming along in the field of. And one last thing, it also, what these questions and statements do is they put boundaries on your project, so it's not just flowing everywhere. The metaphor that I usually use is, think of your thesis statement or your research question as a cup of water. So hang on a minute. So here's a cup of water. Do you see how the water is contained by the circumference of the cup, and there's depth to it? What you don't want is a research project that is so broad that all you're doing is skimming along the surface of it. You don't want it a mile wide and an inch deep. It needs to have depth to it. So, like, this is the cup. This is your essay with a good research question or a good thesis statement, and this is your essay with an overly broad one. It's the same amount of water, but one is just spread out way too thinly. Does that make sense? Talk to you later.